really nice. But you know what they say about guys with big old trucks? Well, what do they say? They say they got little guns. You know I don't have little guns. Oh yeah? What kind of gun you got on you right now? Oh, well, a Taurus curve? What's up, everybody? My name is Scott and you're watching Kentucky Ballistics, and today we're going to be talking about potentially the worst concealed carry pistol ever created, the Taurus Curve. The Taurus Curve was ahead of its time. This was designed to be the most comfortable concealed carry you could possibly have, and you were supposed to be able to conceal carry it without a holster. It gets its name, the Curve, because it's actually curved. It is not loaded. There's not one in the chamber. There is not a mag in it. And now I can actually show you that this thing is curved. I mean, it literally has a curve to it. The idea behind that was it curves to your body and makes it super comfortable to carry. It also has a snag-free design, so you can see all of these edges are rounded. There's not a single edge on this entire gun, and even the barrel is cut to go with the curve of this frame, as you can see. A snag-free design also means no iron sight. So as you can see, there is absolutely nothing to aim with this. Now, some models came with a built-in laser, but this one does not. You do have some lines back here, I guess, for point of reference when aiming, but not super effective. This thing weighs about 10 ounces, is around 5 inches long. It is chambered in 380 ACP, and it has a 6-round mag, so you have 6 rounds of 380 plus 1. The trigger is very long and very I have not shot this gun yet, but I can tell you in just the short time I've been handling it, it is quite annoying. First of all, it does not have a normal mag release. It is down here on the bottom. You have to squeeze both these tabs and then it comes out. So that is very unnatural. It does seem that the slide will lock back on your last round, but there's no way to release the slide to go forward without removing the mag. And on top of that, once you do send your slide home, there is no way to pull this trigger unless the mag is in it, which I also really don't like. I appreciate the forward thinking that Taurus had with this design because concealed carry is almost always uncomfortable, and they were trying their hardest to make it as comfortable as possible, so you just had an out-of-the-box, ready-to-go gun that you could just take with you anywhere and it not really bother you. But instead, they created quite a monstrosity that not many people accepted, and a lot of people would deem one of the worst or the worst concealed carry handgun ever. Well, today we're gonna have some fun with this thing and we're gonna see just how bad it is. So let's go get set up and get started. This guy right here is always bothering me. I just can't seem to get rid of him. He's always calling me and blowing up my inbox with a bunch of stupid emails and his stupid face. And if you ever wonder how spammers like this get your information, well, there's companies out there called data brokers, and they sell your personal information without your consent to marketers and scammers, and they make billions. But thankfully, there's a company out there named Aura, and they are today's sponsor, and they clobber spam. Now, you already may have a digital security tool, but not having Aura is like locking your front door and leaving your back door wide open. Aura is an all-in-one digital security, and with Aura, you're going to get alerts if your personal info is found on the dark web, real-time fraud alerts for credit card and banking, 24/7 monitoring to keep your identity secure, a secure VPN, antivirus, password manager, and more. US-based support available around the clock if something goes wrong. Almost forgot my phone. So how does it make you feel that these companies are ripping you off and making money off of your data? I'll tell you how it makes me feel. It makes me feel really... Well, you can do something about it right now if you swing over to aura.com/Kentucky and you'll get your first 14 days free. And during that 14 days, you'll find out where your personal information has been exposed and sold. Again, a big thank you to Aura for sponsoring today's video. Now, let's get back to it. So let's see if we can hit anything with the Taurus curve. Now, if you are a right-handed shooter, as you can see, the curve is perfect for your hand. But if you're a left-handed shooter, well, it's not so great. First, we're going to take a few shots at these steel targets. I know that this was designed to be very concealable and more for up-close shots. So 15 yards back is probably a little bit of a stretch, but we're going to try it out. It seems that loading this thing is also very difficult. The slide is very thin. There's not much grip here. So if you don't have a very strong grip, I could see just slipping off. But we got one in there. I'm just going to go right-handed first. Don't act like you're not impressed. All right, that was 1 out of 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, well, listen. I do want to show you that when you're aiming this thing, it naturally does a curve to the left. It does not want to set in your hand right. I have to twist my arm into an unnatural position to aim straight. So in my natural shooting position, it is automatically canted to the left. Now let's try with the left hand. This is probably going to be very uncomfortable. Oh, it's really far to the left now. Hold on. Ow! Brass burned my arm. Hey! Up! 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 Hold on now. Okay. So left-handed, definitely not so great. Okay, we are now 30 yards back with the Taurus curve. I highly doubt I'm going to get many hits, but we're going to try. I'm going to use 2 hands this time. This thing is very uncomfortable to hold. Here we go. I'll miss. Miss. Hold on a second. That's... No. 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 All right. No hits. And the more I shoot it, the more I'm realizing just how uncomfortable this thing is. Your little clip right here, can't send that slide home. There we go. This holds your little belt clip on here, and it is just digging into my hand. And even though the 380 recoil isn't that bad, it's still pretty uncomfortable to shoot. So I'm going to clip this thing in my pocket with one in the chamber. I do not think I would be very comfortable carrying this without some sort of a holster and something covering up that trigger, especially with one in the chamber. And there's no way I would conceal carry that appendix. That would just be a horrible idea. Plus, it's curved perfectly back in at yourself. So if you did have a negligent discharge, probably not going to be great. So now we're about 5-7 yards away. I'm going to pull this out of my pocket, see how many hits I get. Here we go. One. You got it back in my pocket. This time I'm going to try 2 hands. Here we go. Okay, a lot better that time. But with one hand, I guess because it's curved, my natural point of aim is off. But that time I knew that was going to happen, so I corrected myself with 2 hands, and I was kind of able to shift a little to the right and actually get on target. How convenient. My outdoor gun wall also doubles as a table wall. By the way, if you're interested in a high quality gun wall, you need to check out Hold Up Displays. I highly recommend them. They are the best out there, and it's not just for firearms. You could store your crossbow, you could store fishing poles, or even tables. If you want to check them out, there's a link in the description down below. Okay, our first target today is going to be taters. I'm going to be pretty close today, but I figure I'm probably still going to be struggling to hit these smaller targets. I'm going to be loaded up with some Hornady Critical Defense. These are about 90 grains, I believe. Now, if I was concealed carrying a 380, I probably would be carrying something like a Full Metal Jacket or an Underwood Ammo Extreme Penetrator, because the 380 round is already pretty underpowered, and an expanding round I don't think is ideal, but it will be ideal today for getting a little more energy transfer. Here we go. It's not working out. So I don't think I really hit any of the potatoes until I got really close. Up next, I have a slightly larger target and one that should be a little more energetic, a dragon fruit. Okay, here we go. I actually hit it. Point blank, it's not so bad. So, we shot potatoes, then dragon fruit, and now we're just gonna keep shooting slightly larger targets and see if my accuracy gets any better. And our next target is a big stinky eggplant, because nobody likes eggplant. Ow! Ow! I think I may have fractured my foot on that one. That's a big one. All right, here we go. Oh, hey. Okay, I didn't think I hit them at all, but I actually had a hit on this one. And then I nicked that one. And then, of course, I ran up and I shot that one point blank. Seems pretty effective. Our next target is going to be apples made of pine. Okay, here we go. Can't get it out of my pocket. I hit one. That guy did not get hit. And honestly, I can't remember if I hit this one prior to point blanking it or not. Micro ticks can be used for more than just opening boxes. Or what? I was using this to cut my toenails yesterday. Okay. I've got us a few more targets here. And these will be the largest targets we've had. This is a gallon of corn syrup. I have a pretty large container of chocolate syrup, some crushed strawberry soda, and then a big old thing of ranch dressing. I sure do miss him. Not! Okay, I'm loaded up with 6 more rounds. Here we go. Darn it! Oh! Oh, come on! Does anyone have a towel or something? So, what are my final thoughts on the Taurus Curve? Is this the worst concealed carry pistol ever created? I could see arguments on both sides for why it would be the worst concealed carry pistol ever created and why it's not the #1 worst concealed carry pistol ever created. But I'm going to leave that one to you. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section down below. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, be sure and give it a like and make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, be sure to check me out on all other social media platforms. Links to those can be found in the description down below, along with a link to KentuckyBallistics.com, just in case you want to pick up a shirt. And as always, my name is Scott. Thank you so much for watching Kentucky Ballistics. I'll see you next time.